This isn't a trail tree. Neither is this, or this. I came across these trees on hikes in the North Georgia mountains in recent years, and I've seen hundreds, probably thousands of others. They're everywhere. But they aren't trail trees. These bent trees come in a limitless variety of shapes and sizes, like these and these. These trees are distinctive and interesting. But why did they grow this way? What causes a tree to bend in this fashion? Was it mankind, or is it natural? It begins with a tree young enough, limber enough, to bend without breaking under the weight of ice or snow or a deadfall. As the poet Robert Frost wrote in Birches, swinging doesn't bend them down to stay, as ice storms do. Once this tree grew straight up, back when it was a sapling. Then something bent it, like a falling pine bent this hickory. The bent tree strives to resume growing up, so a side branch or branches assert dominance and begin growing up, while the old top dies and gradually rots away. The old top of this green ash in Floyd County has died and rotted off at the place marked A. The new leader branches, B, C, and D, have asserted dominance and are growing vigorously. The old top on this bent tree on Taylor's Ridge in Chattooga County died and is rotting away, while several side branches have taken dominance and are growing up. Here's another example from Taylor's Ridge. After the old top rots off, the new dominant leader continues to grow up, as with this sourwood on Dix Ridge in Walker County. When the old leader rots away, sometimes a nub or nose remains, like the one on this chestnut oak on Lavender Mountain in Floyd County. The bent tree continues to grow with its distinctive new shape. Here's a close-up of a nub on a hickory tree, also on Lavender Mountain. There are many kinds of bent trees, including oak, hickory, dogwood, sourwood, ash, yellow poplar, black cherry, and infrequently pine. Some of them are of great age, like this white oak on Pigeon Mountain. White oak is one of the longest lived species in eastern North America, with a lifespan of 400 to 500 years or more. Many bent trees are relatively young, like this little sourwood on Lavender Mountain. Many species in Georgia, even some oaks, ashes, and hickories, have relatively short lifespans of 100 to 150 years, so most of the bent trees in Georgia are 150 years old or less. Some people believe that bent trees were purposefully shaped by the Cherokee or Creek people. They call them trail trees. Of course, no tree less than 185 years old could have been bent by American Indians in Georgia, since the last of them left on the Trail of Tears in 1838. Man does cause some bent trees. Hunters may bend saplings for snares, and even today scouts bend limber saplings for a temporary seat off the wet ground, and surveyors sometimes bend them to mark property corners. The Cherokee and Creek people and the pioneers marked trails with cuts or chops, blazes, also called scrapes, and by posting animal skins on trees. This old cartoon depiction shows trees in the background blazed by an axeman. Today we still mark trails and boundaries with paint and signs on trees. In Tenets of the Almighty, historian Arthur Raper wrote about a trail from Greensboro, Georgia to the Mississippi River marked by 3 chops or cuts in one tree after another through hundreds of miles of virgin forests. Today there are still landmarks in Georgia relating to the old practices, like a 3-notch road near Ringgold, a 3-notch road near Colquitt, a 4-notch road near Carrollton, and a 5-notch road near Franklin. That's how the Cherokee and Creek marked trails, notches and blazes. They didn't bend trees, since bent trees were already abundant. To do so would have been confusing. How would they have known which were natural and which were man-made? There's nothing in the historical record about Indians bending trees here. Nothing. None of the explorers, soldiers, surveyors, travelers, naturalists or pioneers who came this way wrote about them doing so, not Benjamin Hawkins, George Fanshawe, nor the illustrious naturalist William Bartram, who traveled widely in Georgia in the 1770s, writing and sketching in minute detail about the landscape, the Cherokee and the Creek, and their customs. Why do some people believe that American Indians did so? Because they don't realize that bent trees occur naturally. Here's an example taken from a website of one organization devoted to the lore of the supposed trail trees. This group believes that sharp angles must be of man-made origin, that natural forces are incapable of doing so. They're wrong, and the scores of thousands of bent trees, many of them quite young, prove it. Unfortunately, they are spreading misinformation through monuments, markers, books, articles, and blogs. But now you know that these beautiful and interesting trees occur naturally. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoy Georgia history, nature, travel, and lifestyles, please consider subscribing to Georgia Backroads magazine. You can do so at georgiabackroads.com. Thank you.